What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Dillian. Yes, Dillian, the body snatcher, Whyte. As he says this about Andy Ruiz, he calls Andy Ruiz Jr. a fat coward for not accepting the offer, and he is a piece of shit. Oh, Dillian Whyte is still harboring a grudge against former heavyweight world champion Andy Ruiz Jr. for him turning down 2 offers to fight. Whyte says Ruiz rejected a $5 million offer to face him, which is the same amount of money he received for his first fight against the IBF, the WBA, the WBO champion Anthony Joshua last year in June. Ruiz Jr. turned down the big offer. That's obviously good money for a fight involving 2 non-world champions, but Ruiz Jr. turned it down because he wanted more time to train off weight following his defeat to Joshua last December, as says Whyte. From Ruiz's perspective, you can understand why he opted not to take the fight. He was badly overweight at 283 for the Joshua fight, or for the rematch on December 7th, and too fat to move around the ring and fight at a high level. In the weeks after the fight, it's likely that he could have packed on more weight. So for Whyte to offer Ruiz at that time, it wouldn't have been good. Ruiz had let his trainer Manny Robles go, and he wasn't ready to take the fight at the time. As far as Whyte 27-1-18 is concerned, Ruiz Jr., which is 33-2-22, is a fat coward and puts him in the same category as the other fighters that are afraid to step in the ring with him to test themselves. Now, Whyte is, of course, scheduled to fight Alexander Povetkin, which is 35-1-24 on May 2nd at the Manchester, England arena. The fight has a high probability of being postponed next week by promoter Eddie Hearn. But Andy Ruiz is still being talked about by Dillian Whyte, and this is what Dillian Whyte has to say. He says, "Who knows what's going to happen in the world at the minute," said Whyte. He just said to keep training, stay positive, and you're fighting on May 2nd. Stay switched on because things may clear up in the next couple weeks. I don't think this WBC situation is getting any worse than it already is, man. They need to give me my shot, said Whyte. How much longer am I going to wait and get through wait and get through? I got a hard fight against Povetkin. Once I get that out of the way, they need to give me my shot. I don't care what happens with Wilder Fury. He says Andy Ruiz is a fat piece of shit. We made the guy 2 offers to fight, said Whyte. He's trying to make it seem like I don't want the fight. I told Eddie it's a great fight. Let's make the fight happen. He made him an offer for $2 million to fight me in the UK, and then for $5 million to fight me in America, and he turned them both down. And he said he's not ready in time. Whyte said Ruiz Jr. not being ready for the fight. Whyte said of Ruiz Jr. not being ready for the fight. He said Whyte. Now, if Ruiz was hurting for money, he probably would have agreed to take the fight. And this is really what it boils down to me counterpunching Dillian Whyte. I can understand him upset. Because if you think like Dillian Whyte, you're thinking like, okay, I sell out arenas. I'm a marquee name. I'm the interim champion. You know, this guy is just like me. We got something in common. We've lost to the same guy, right? But also Dillian Whyte beat the only guy that this other guy that decisioned him, which was Joseph Parker. So that would be an interesting fight if I'm Andy Ruiz. But my problem with Ruiz personally is that he's not fighting as though he's hungry anymore. He got the money. So since he got the money, he's like, you know what? I'm not taking another risk. I'm going to get my life together. I'm going to get my life in order. you know. But it seems like if he's doing that and that's his purpose, he shouldn't have got rid of his trainer. He should have kept Manny Robles. He should have respected Manny Robles as a trainer, like he didn't do in the last 6 months. Okay, in between his victory of Anthony Joshua, he could have did that. He could have showed what type of fighter he could be to assist the trainer. Okay, so we all know that Andy Ruiz apologized to Manny Robles and his father, because those are the two people he took a big shit on when he won that money and when he got those belts. Okay, he didn't show up most of the time, and when he did, it really wasn't a lot, you know. And I think the times that he was in the gym, that's the times that they amplified and exploited on social media on what he was doing. Oh, he looks better and bigger and all this, that, and the other. But he really didn't do enough, you know. So I don't see why he got rid of Manny Robles, which was stupid. He should have showed Manny Robles, like, hey, man, it ain't your fault, and I'm going to prove it's not your fault, because I'm going to stick with you, and I'm going to show you what I'm made out of. I'm going to show you that Andy Ruiz that was hungry before I won the first fight with Anthony Joshua. That's what Andy Ruiz should do, but he didn't do it. Now he's sitting around, you know. He just made $10 million plus more than twice as much as he made, okay, in the first fight. And honestly, I don't think he's hungry. I think Andy Ruiz is bullshitting. I think he's living off what he did in June. You know what I mean? And he's living off the money that he received for the rematch, even though he lost. I don't think he has any plan to go back in there. If he would have took one of those marquee fights. You know, because it doesn't take you long to figure out, hey, who wants to train me? You just know that I need to be trained, so you need to get a fucking trainer. Not sit around, I'm not sure. I don't know if I want a trainer. I don't know whether Teddy might be too tough or rough or whatever. He might be talking to me crazy. All that bullshit. He needs a trainer. Okay? So that's going against what he says that he's going to do, because remember, guys, at the beginning of the year, Andy Ruiz said that I have a huge announcement. It's coming soon. Remember that? Where is it? Where's the announcement? That's the problem. Where's the announcement that he's talking about? So, all we've seen him do is turn down 2 marquee fights, one on his side of the street and another with Matchroom, which is Dillian Whyte. That's why Dillian Whyte's giving him the 4-1-1. That's why he's pissed off, because Dillian Whyte's like, hey, let's get it on. You know, I can't fight this guy. This other guy won't fight me. So what the hell? Give me a shot. Let's get it on so I can get you out of the way. So you can be completely forgot about. Take your last fucking payday and get the hell on. Go back to Al Heyman world and disappear. You know what I mean? That's basically what Dillian Whyte wants. He wants to beat this guy because Andy Ruiz, he knows as long as a little buzz around him, as long as he doesn't fight nobody, technically you can't be beat. But what's the worst thing in losing? What's the second to the worst thing in losing? Ducking. Okay? But again, had he been broke, he's going to want those type of paydays again. Somebody like Andy Ruiz is going to blow the money, fuck the money up, and then come back to the sport like, here I go, I'm here to fight. You know? And I don't get how Andy Ruiz, it would be one thing, hey, you ducked a guy, that's cool. But don't be a shit talker with it. You're not good at it, first of all. And if you're going to fight somebody, you should have put your money where your mouth is. He could have fought over there in the UK. He could have fought for $5 million in the US. And I don't see why he didn't do it. If I were Andy Ruiz, I would want that opportunity. So it's hard to believe, people, that he's hungry to get back to where he was. You know, that talk is cheap. You know, muy barato. Real cheap. But he needs to start showing us what he's made out of. And again, it doesn't take a lot. It doesn't take a lot of time to figure out who you want to train. That's why I think he's bullshitting, because there's no progress going on. I know it's a pandemic, but he could have picked a trainer all this time. Dude, this is the 3rd month. The minute he got rid of Manny Robles, he should have already had someone that he was looking forward to. And the only person that he mentioned was Teddy Atlas. And according to Teddy Atlas, it ain't nothing happened between him and Andy Ruiz except for a talk. And that's that. But anyway, I can understand the frustration of Dillian Whyte, because if he's going to talk shit, he's going to talk shit and build up a fight. But if there's no fight to build up, what do we really have? Again, talking. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think about Dillian the Body Snatcher Whyte and Andy Ruiz. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.